Hello there and welcome to the studio. Yes, it's been a long time, right? Yeah, I know. Actually, what happened was the fact that, I always tell you, apart from me being in the studio, probably making beats or making training materials, I'm actually a software developer. And over the course of these past few months, shortly after we made the MPC 3 complete workflow guide, which is already available on Udemy, you can basically just check the link up here or in the description below if you want, to get a copy. Shortly after that, I had to go, to prepare for my professional exams, which I actually passed. Yes, thank you very much. So before I proceed, I want to say thank you to everyone who, in one way or the other, have purchased at least one of the courses we have on Udemy. So as of January, we officially crossed 1,000 users. We basically reached out to people who needed to actually use the software to learn, and we were able to get over 1,000 students, which means each of the students enrolled in at least one of the courses, and we have 4 in there, and some of them actually picked up the entire 4 courses. So thank you very much for that. It's a very good milestone. We appreciate you for doing that, supporting the movement. And then now, on coming back, getting the good news that Akai MPC 3 is now official, no more in beta version, so you cannot go ahead and just grab a copy and get to work. Funny enough, one of the things I was going to talk about in the video I was trying to do, that was a couple of days ago, was the fact that there are so many things we should expect from Akai this year. And one of them was the fact that, yes, we should expect to get the Akai MPC 3 move from the beta to the stable version. Also, I was going to predict that to come out with a hardware, because from the history of Akai, anytime they want to release a new software, they do that most of the time by basically giving you a hardware to come with it. So I was already thinking, are they currently working on any hardware? And I can assure you they are more likely working on some hardware. We might not hear about it right now, because this current MP3 that is out here is making outdated some buttons on the current MPCs, talking about the likes of programs which is no longer being used. We now use track. So definitely we're looking at them also releasing some hardwares right now that will have the new terms and terminologies that they are currently using right now. It will definitely have it on the device. Given the fact that Native Instrument is now collaborating with Akai to provide plugins for its users, it's safe to say that now the question of sound can be put to rest, because while we all know that Akai is very good, it's in a class of its own as far as the device is concerned, Native Instrument actually has one of the best sounds in terms of plugin in the market. And now getting the best of both worlds, I think that's a very, very wonderful business move, and I will also say technical move. A good business move in the sense that, given the fact that now Native Instrument is able to reach over hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of users of the Akai MPC devices and be able to sell the plugin to each of them. You can imagine if just maybe like 1 million users of the Akai MPC should go ahead and buy the cheapest of their plugin, maybe around $29, and then basically you have to just say, let me give $9 to Akai and then keep the remaining $20. They are basically, it's going to be $20 million. So any which way, is either way you look at it, it's still a very good business move for Native Instrument, because it will definitely make them more money doing that. They can now sell to their own users, which is a Native Instrument, and also being able to sell to the Akai users, which is a very good one. Then a very good technical move in the sense that we all know that, yes, just like I said earlier, Akai makes a very good hardware, but then Native Instrument makes a very good sound, and now it will be a very good joyride for whoever is out there sitting just behind the Akai MPC device trying to make a beat. So that's just it about the Akai MPC collaborating with the Native Instrument. And I've read a lot of articles, I've seen a lot of videos. Some people were very, very angry. Let me guess, Native Instrument users saying, we are left out of it, it should be cross-platform, I can't afford to buy this license and then I'm paying again for the same license on another device. You should be able to go cross-platform and things like that. Speaking on the angle of a software developer, I think that should have actually been something that should be doable. A good example, if I purchase a software for my Android device, I should be able to use the same software on my iOS device, because normally what is required of us is to provide the registration detail, which is maybe like your email address or the product key, that you used to purchase it as a license activation code, and then you're able to log in and continue to use the application. So I was hoping that same thing should be applicable here. Let people download it and then be able to just put in a license key and unlock it, which will be linked to their own account as well. But then understanding the fact that the operating system of Akai MPC is way different from what you have on your native instrument, and that might take a while for them to be able to get that synergy, being able to activate on both devices with just a singular account. So yes, that happens. Even the same thing is applicable sometimes on your laptop. If you're using a Mac or using a Windows, there are some software that you might have to purchase license differently depending on how you purchase them. Okay, there is a software I use basically on my device, that's on my Mac, which if I want to use it on my Windows, I would definitely have to purchase another license. Why? Because I bought that license directly using my Apple account. If I had gone to their website to pick up that license, they told me point blank that I can actually use it across multiple devices. I can use it on my Windows, I can use it on the Mac, but because I purchased it using that Apple Pay, automatically it will not let me use it on another device. It will be strictly on my Mac. So sometimes some of these things, they just have some funny undertones to it that you might not really be aware of when you're picking up the softwares, and then you get to find out when you're trying to use it. Like I always say, all the sound and the plugins you have on your system right now, what have you done with them? So why not try and explore what you have on your own system a lot more? Then go for these ones. If you feel okay, fine, I think I've done a good job with what I have right now, it's time for me to move on to the next one and probably just maybe trigger my creativity again. If I feel I'm losing something, then probably I can find it in a plugin or two, because it happens sometimes. But then aside that, what is the sense of buying these plugins if you're not going to use them? If you are going to make good and proper use of these plugins, I would advise, why not go ahead, go for it, get these plugins, make good use of it, and you'll be glad you did. But then if you are the type that basically just buy for the sake of let me just keep it, no, I don't think it is advisable for you to just keep buying on this plugin, especially if you're not making money off of it right now, right? If you're not making any money off of it, then just stick with what you have. We'll get back to our routine. Your boys will be free now, exams all done, trainings all covered. So yes, we'll get back to the studio. We'll continue to make beats like we used to, and I'll continue to give you the tips and the tricks. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and then drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let us know which other aspects of this MPC3 firmware you would like us to touch upon, and then we'll definitely take it up from there. That'll be all for now. We'll see you in the next one, and then we'll be coming back to you with more tips and more tricks on how to make better use of your Akai MPC devices. See you in the next one.